Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adam Wolf from Gamers Platform, and today I've got another reaction video. But I'm gonna actually title my reaction videos now. This, I guess, would be the first reaction video titled "Technical Reactor." I know it's pretty stupid, but I just realized that at one point, my reaction videos aren't just my reaction to what I'm watching, but I actually, point out some things about, the graphics and stuff like that I actually like, and I get more into the technical side of the trailers and stuff. And so, I think the name Technical Reactor is kind of funny because I'm going to spell it with a OR instead of an ER at the end of reactor. Get it? No? Okay. Me neither. So anyway, so we're going to be going over, it's a little bit of a special treat today. We've got two trailers on the same game. We're looking at Generation Zero, but we're looking at the announcement trailer, and then they actually just recently released a gameplay trailer that I didn't know about. And so we're going to be taking a look at both those things. And, obviously, I've never seen the announcement trailer. I've seen parts of it, but I never really seen it. And I'm interested to see what this game is about. And I'm interested also in seeing the gameplay trailer, which is each one. Let's see. This trailer right here, which is the announcement trailer, is like just under 2 minutes. And then the gameplay trailer is just over... Is it just under 4, something like that? So, we'll get into them, but I'll let you know when I'm switching over to the gameplay trailer, and we'll take a look at that. But for right now, let's get into the announcement trailer.
Peggy 16.
Now, as far as I know, this is a co-op shooter, survival shooter, and I love me some co-op, so... I had no idea it was Avalanche Studios. I love Avalanche. So, this is extremely loud. Nice, I like that. I like the music. Nice. So, for those of you who don't know, that is really loud. I'm gonna lower my headset volume, but since we just took a look at that real quick, that excites me very much because Avalanche Studios, if you don't know, obviously, they've created the Just Cause series, and Just Cause 4 was just announced. I'm surprised that they've been able to split up their team to work on both this and Just Cause 4. That excites me. I'm really, really happy that it's a studio that I know. I thought it was an indie dev, and here it is, just right in my face, Avalanche Studios. We're just gonna go through the trailer here. Graphically, it looks great. Avalanche Studios, I don't know what they did before Just Cause, but as far as I know, they've never done a first-person shooter. So this is gonna be interesting. I like the style. All right, it's very bleak, but it has its moments of color. Though even though it has color, it's still a bit gray. A little bit gray. They're using the Apex engine I don't know if that is their engine that they've always used or if this is a new engine specifically designed for something like this. I imagine it's an engine they probably are always used, seeing as how Just Cause is an open world game. The character design, I'm none too sure about. I mean, it's supposed to be post-apocalyptic, but you got a dude who's like maybe kind of hippie, then you got a punk rocker dude, and then some Asian guy, and so it's just like, I don't... Yeah, see, it's actually a very good-looking game. It does look like maybe they've got per object motion blur, maybe? Maybe, no, it looks like they got a mix of the two, per object and camera motion blur here, so you can see the background is kind of blurred out, but so is the leg of the machine there. I'm just going to turn the volume down so you can see it. So it looks like it's just and then there's the fourth person, which I don't know. Oh yeah, it's like a no, I don't know, I can't tell. I'm sorry, not a dude, chick, punk rocker chick. Let's see. Loving the effects here. The particle effects look like they're going to be pretty decent. Depth of field is in play here. More than likely bokeh depth of field. That's like the go-to depth of field post-processing. You got depth of field taking effect when you're ADSing, which is good. Okay, so and then what looks like to be a high schooler or something. She's wearing like a varsity jacket. So I don't know. The character that I hope there's like an explanation as to why each of these people is like that's their character, you know. But it looks like we're gonna get a whole slew of weapons. We got rocket launchers. Here's looks like a G. No, it skipped it. Like maybe a G3A3, possibly. Looking like this one, she's holding a revolver. He's got a shotgun. But yeah, so this is a co-op survival game, which again, and this looks like maybe a boss fight, obviously. But is it an instance or is it a raid or something? But that's pretty cool. Oh, look at this. They got the boombox. I didn't even notice that before. That's pretty cool. So we got a boss fight here, and I love the God Rays. The God Rays are really nice. They're not overbearing. Definitely not overbearing, but they're noticeable to, and certainly add that element of atmosphere into the game, which is really nice. I like the color palette, but again, even though it's super colorful, you can tell that it's kind of drab, which isn't too bad if it works for the aesthetic of the game. But so that's the announcement trailer, and I'm gonna fire up the gameplay trailer, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at the gameplay trailer of Generation Zero, and see what more details we can possibly get out of this one. So let's go.
Welcome to Sweden. It's November.
Oh, we got some narrative. 1989. No wonder the music. Got it. No wonder the music was very 80s-ish.
Generation Zero, you play as a young adult returning from an island excursion together with friends.
Okay.
Upon reaching the mainland, you discover the
Sorry about
world
that.
abandoned with no other people around. Worse yet, you find yourself hunted by a mysterious force of deadly machines.
Predator.
Now you need to find out what has happened, while at the same time trying to stay alive, and eventually
the shading and the shadows are really well done.
Generation Zero allows you to create a unique 80s hero and play on your
Okay, so those characters aren't set in stone. You can create your own character, which is pretty awesome.
A beautiful but dangerous open world.
Kind of gives a Fallout vibe, just the environment.
While trying to find the equipment to survive and fight. The machines come in many types, sizes, and variations, constantly challenging you in new ways using different weapons and sensory equipment. Wear them down and disable their systems by pinpointing and taking out armor parts and components.
Nice.
Seize the upper hand by utilizing stealth, group tactics, or special equipment to distract or confuse the enemies. Use these in combination with objects in your surroundings to create traps and ambushes, and turn a difficult fight into a winnable one.
Nice.
Should things go south, fleeing is a valid tactic. Since the machines are persistently simulated in the world, they will continue roaming if not killed.
Oh, wow.
Whether you locate them minutes, hours, or days later, they will still bear the scars of your last encounter.
Nice.
Waiting to finish the job.
I like
As
this.
you play Generation Zero, you will scour the open world for different weapons and upgrade your favorites with attachments like scopes and silencers. Take down powerful
Suppressors,
machines
not
without
silencers.
damaging their parts, then scavenge those same
Bjork
components
300.
and use them to augment your weapons with high-tech enhancements.
Nice.
This will come in handy when fighting in different conditions. The dynamic day-night cycle and weather systems will not only impact your senses, but also the enemies, making for constantly evolving battles.
That looks like a really
You are free
gritty
to
rocket launcher.
explore the world at any pace and direction. And if you look closely, the world will tell the story of what has happened. The pieces of the puzzle are there for you to discover and figure out. Just remember that some answers come harder than others.
Nice. So, based on that, based on everything that was mentioned here, also we get to take a look a little bit more at the environment, which is nice. I did notice that at some points I was looking at the shadows. I wanted to see what the resolution of the shadows was, and it looks like in some cases the shadows are nice and sharp, but it depends on. It looks like it depends on the angle of the light and everything like that. You can see that this one's not too bad. It kind of just a little bit fuzzy, but it's not too bad. They're not supposed to be super sharp. I think the light and where, you know, like I said, the angle of the light, the time of day, you can see here. Again, this might just be the video. You know, this might just be blurred because this person's sprinting forward and motion blur is taking place. But there was a point where they went into this house here. You can see the shadows are quite a little. You can see the noise around the edges of the shadows. So maybe there's some sort of maybe a temporal anti-aliasing in place here. Sometimes temporal anti-aliasing can cause this. I wouldn't doubt it though. TAA is actually fastly becoming, and I say fastly, I don't know if that's even a word, but it's got to be the fastest growing anti-aliasing I've ever seen. Like every game uses temporal anti-aliasing now. It's crazy. But overall, the visuals, I mean, it looks pretty solid. I think the character models are, I mean, again, who knows what state this is right now. It's probably still alpha. It's not coming until next year. But the only thing I have to say is the character models are the only thing that seem way out of place here. The machines, they fit so well for some reason in the environment, which is weird because the environment is just forest, basically. It's mostly forest. But it's the character models that are just, they don't fit. They look so weird and out of place. I get what they're trying to do. It's 1989, and they're trying to live through the time of the 80s. But it just, I don't know, man. It doesn't work, man. The character models are so strange. It's like the characters that you play are the only things in this environment that don't fit. They don't look like they belong at all. And not only that, but Right now, as of right now, they're the worst looking thing in the entire game. The environment is very well done. And again, this is all just going based on what we're seeing here. Until we actually get our hands on gameplay, we're not going to know the specifics of, you know, the ground texturing and stuff like that, you know, to be able to really get a good close look up. There's that awesome depth of field again. I just love it. I absolutely love it. It looks amazing. If it's done right, it looks very well. It looks really good. But that's pretty cool. You can scavenge for parts, not only in vehicles and houses, but off the robots that you take down. But you also, if you fight a robot and you don't kill it, but you come back, it actually still, it's a persistent universe, so it retains the damage that you did. This area in particular looks like it's got a very DayZ-esque kind of look to it. And based on what he had said at the end there, I'm going to assume they're probably going in the direction of like a co-op Dark Souls. Not saying Dark Souls isn't co-op, it can be, but, you know, this is like true blue co-op. This is co-op from the beginning. And here we see a very, very big machine. So it seems as though they're definitely going to try and make this co-op as difficult as possible, but only because they want to make it a challenge for you to be able to work with either your friends or other people. Visually, I like the look of the game. It is a beautiful looking game, and I can't wait to see more of it. And I can't wait to see it after it's been polished. But again, the character models are so out of place, and right now they're the worst looking thing in the entire game. But improvements can be made over time. So, you know, there's always room for improvement, and this just looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. If you're into stealth games, this could be something for you. Certainly a twist on the survival genre. There's been a lot of survival games that have tried to do new things and failed, or just didn't do well enough and stuff. This one is just like, well, let's make a co-op survival, but it's in the 1980s and the place is run over by machines. So that's... Can't say I've heard of a survival game that does that. So it's a really cool concept. I like it. And the Apex engine, it really looks... I don't know if it's a new engine or if it's an engine that they used prior in Just Cause, but if it's a brand new engine, this looks amazing environment-wise. You know, the guns look pretty well detailed and everything like that. But if this is the same engine that they've been working on with Just Cause, and I probably should have maybe looked this up, but you know, I'm not even gonna bother looking this up. But if this is the same engine that they used for Just Cause, this is a hell of an upgrade. And if this is what this game looks like, and Just Cause 4 is kind of around the corner, I think they also said a 2019 release for that. Might be a 2018 release. I think it's 2019. Then I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Just Cause 4 might look like if this is the same engine. Either way, I'm a big fan of the series. So this looks great. I'm excited for this. What do you guys think about Generation Zero? Does it have you interested in survival again? Is co-op your flavor of game? I know it's mine. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, what you've seen here, and whether or not this is something that you could definitely sink your teeth into. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me again in the next one, where whatever game comes our way, whatever game trailer comes our way, we're going to take a look at it, break it down, and in our own subtle way, and see if we can maybe get excited about another game, hopefully coming in the near future. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Generation Zero, and I'll see you guys later.